of speaking any language. We may speak the same language, but we may differ in the way we speak the same language, even in Arabic. All of us speak Arabic language, but not all of us talk at the same way. We have different styles, different ways in speaking the same language. People in Egypt have many styles in speaking. In Upper Egypt, they speak differently. Alexandria speak in a different way than people in Cairo. People in Port Said, for example, speak differently. All of them speak Egyptian, but not the same style. For Arabic, people in Saudi Arabia, Emirates, or in Gulf countries speak in a different way. It's more different than other languages or other countries. For example, people in Gulf countries, I mean Saudi Arabia, Emirates, Oman, Jordan, and so on, speak differently. And people in Tunisia, Morocco, it's El Maghrib, but in English we say Morocco for Maghrib. It's Morocco, not El Maghrib. They speak differently. Syrian and Lebanon people in Syria and Lebanon speak differently too. So all of them speak Arabic, but not the same accent. It's not a different language. It's the same language. They speak Arabic, but in a different ways. These ways are accents. Okay? We have the same in English too. In English, we have many different ways in speaking English. They are the same language. It's English, but it's not the same accent. So the different style or the different way in speaking the same language is called accent. Can you guess how many accents in English? Can you guess? Let's have opinions. Do you know how many accents? I mean, how many different ways or different styles in speaking English? Okay, so let's know what's Hassan's opinion.
I think two.
Two accents. Okay, Sagda.
British, American, English.
Okay, so how many?
Three.
Three. Okay, so we have two and three. Okay, what about Farida? What do you think?
I know two ways.
Two.
Just.
Okay, British and American.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so two or three. What's your opinion, Mariam?
In my opinion, I think five.
Five.
And there's a lot. There's a lot, so I think five.
Yeah. Five. Okay, so they may be five. Yusuf, what's your opinion? Yusuf.
I think five, yes. Canadian, Australian, Indian, American, and England. I think
Okay.
all of this.
So you think they are 5 too? Okay. What about?
Mister,
Yes.
you hear me?
Yes. Who is talking, Yusuf? I think you have a problem in connection. So what's your opinion, Hassan? Hassan, you said 2. Yeah, okay. And Adam, what's your opinion, Adam? Adam is out. Okay, what's your opinion, Nuran?
I think it too. British and England. British and American.
Yeah, okay, so we have 2,
Mister, your
American and British.
voice is glitching.
Okay, who's talking? Please.
It's me, Yusuf.
Okay, so please raise your hand first because there are confusion in photos here. Okay, so what's your opinion, Zain?
I say they are 7 and more.
Say it again. You know,
5 and more.
5 or more.
Yes.
Okay, what about Malak?
I think 2. British and American.
2. Okay, and what about Malak Mustafa?
I think they are 2.
2. Okay. Okay, so let's talk about that. How many accents in English language? The original language or the original accent is of England or Britain, and it's called British accent, and it's the formal one, and it's the first one in English language. So it's the British. So we have, after that, in America, we have American accent different from the British one. And then we had Australia continent, so we have Australian accent, which is different from them. And then we have Indian. In India, they speak English a lot, so they have Indian accent too. And then South Africa too talk English a lot, so they have South African accent too. Okay, so let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But they are not all of them. They are the common one. And these 2, they are the most common ones. But they are not all accents of English. We have this number in accents. We have 160 accents in English. Do you imagine that? Do you notice that? We have 160 accents in English language. Do you know what does it mean? We have different pronunciation of just a word 160 times, for example. Okay, of course, they are a lot. But of course, when we study, we don't study the 160 accents. Of course, they are a lot. And we sometimes learn these 5 accents, and the most important to study the just 2 of them, British and American accents. It's the most important ones, and that's the accents, or the most common accents people speak around the world. So let's now talk about difference between British accent and American accent. So it's my second question for you. What is the difference between British and American accents in English language? Okay, Hassan?
I think that British accent is more quiet than American accent, more correctly than it. I think that
Is quieter,
is lower. I mean
lower?
that.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you think British is slower than American?
Yeah.
Okay. What's your opinion, Farida?
Okay, I guess the British accent is they are speak all of letters, but in American accent they are say this quickly.
Yeah, so you think American is quicker?
Yes.
Okay. And what's your opinion, Mariam?
I think the British is more hard than American. I think.
Okay. More hard, you mean more difficult?
Yes.
Okay. So we think British is more difficult than American. What do you think, Nuran?
I think American is more difficult than British.
You think American is more difficult? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have reasons? Can you tell us why?
Actually, no, but my
It's
miss
my
in the
it's your
I
opinion.
don't know what to say. Yes, it's
Okay.
my teacher in the school.
Yeah, it's your impression from the school. Okay.
Yes.
So what about Rudaina?
I think American difficult.
American is more difficult. Okay. Yusuf, what do you think?
I think American is easier because there's a lot of shortcuts in the words and different in the way of talking, the different in the words. I think that American is easier.
Okay, so you think American is easier because you have many reasons. Okay, what about Adam? What do you think?
I think American is easier than British.
You think American is easier?
Yes.
Yes, okay. What about Sagda?
I think that British is more harder than the American.
Okay, so you think British is harder than American.
Yeah.
Okay, what about Malak? Malak
I think if British is the main language or original language, and the American take a British language and they change some words.
Right, great. It's a good opinion. What about Zain?
I think American is more easier than British.
Okay, so American is easier. Okay, so
Yes.
Malak Mustafa.
I think American is easier.
American is easier. Okay, so as you see, some people say British is easier. Others say American is easier. Some people say American is hard, and some say British is hard, and you all are correct because both are accents of languages which have the same degree of difficulty in teaching and learning, but they are different in some points. They are not easy and hard, simple and complex, but they are the same method or the same way of learning. When you want to learn American, you will learn the rules of the language. And if you want to learn Dutch, you will learn the rules of the language. Both have rules. Okay, both are English language. Okay, but as Malak said, Dutch is the original one. American, of course, took it and have changed some parts of the language. And it's our discussion after the break. We'll have a break